Okay, hello. Today we are going to learn how to make a KFB, knit front back increase. This is the increase that is called for in the top down baby cardigan that we're working on in class. And I've got my little practice piece here for you where I have the front, the sleeves, the back, the sleeves, the front, and I've got my 4 markers in place. The directions on row 5 tell us to work across to the first marker and knit in front and back of the stitch before the marker. So I'm going to do that, knit across to the first stitch, the stitch before the first marker. Here's my first marker, here's my stitch. So I'm going to knit into it like I normally do. But I'm not going to take this stitch off the left needle just yet. I'm going to swing around back and go through the back of the same stitch and knit it a second time. So I end up with 2 stitches, a knit and one that looks like a purl stitch with a purl bar across it. I'm going to slip my marker over. Now the directions on row 5 tell you to repeat this action 3 times. What they mean is before and after the next 3 markers, 1, 2, 3. That's your 3 times. So I've done the first part of it, then knit into the stitch, pull the loop through, don't slide the old stitch off, go through the back of the same stitch and knit it again. Now pull your stitch off and you end up with 2 stitches. So knit, now I'm going to repeat that 3 times. So knit to the stitch before the next marker, and I'll switch yarns here so you can see how to do it the English style. So I'm going to go into the stitch as if to knit, normal, wrap my yarn and pull it through. I'm not going to take this stitch off. Okay, I'm going to swing behind the stitch and go through the same stitch through the back, wrap again, and now pull through. And I will end up with 2 stitches. 1, 2. One looks like a purl with a purl bead on it. I'll slip my marker over and increase again. Knit, go through the back, knit again, pull the stitch off. That was the first repeat, and then I'm going to repeat twice more. So I'll knit across to the next stitch before the next marker, and I will increase again. The directions tell you to repeat row 5 and 6 until you've gone 4.5 inches or you have 47 stitches across the back. So what they're talking about there is when you're increasing, you know, every time you do this KFB, you're adding 2 stitches, one before and one after the marker. So every row you do all these increases, you're adding a total of 2, 4, 6, 8 stitches. And the back section, the sleeve section, the front section, all of these sections are getting, whoops, I did one too many, are getting wider because you're adding a stitch to each section every increase row. So what you're going to be keeping track of is your number of stitches across the back. So this center section is the back of the sweater. So when you've got 47 stitches across here and 4.5 stitches from the neck edge to the length of the sweater. So that'll be 4.5 inches, 47 stitches across the back. If you end up with 44, 43, 45, 46, it's not a major deal as if you've got 4.5 inches going on here, as long as this section and this section have the same number of stitches, and this section and this section have the same number of stitches, and you've got 4.5 inches going on here, but you don't have 47 here, that's okay. because we're knitting to a specific dimension and that's what's going to size the sweater in this case. Okay, so one more time, KFB. We're going to go into the stitch, pull through, go through the back of the same stitch, wrap again, slip off, slip your marker, knit, go through the back of the same stitch, off, and then knit to the end. And what's happening as you're increasing this way is you're making a decorative line that looks like a seam. It looks like a seam, and growing here. Of course, you probably can't see it very well yet because I don't have a lot of knitting going on here, but you'll begin to see these two definite lines going down where your markers are located. Okay, I hope this has been helpful, and I'll see you in class next week.